Hello and welcome back to the Orcs. So, we have a fairly straightforward episode this episode. We have 3 provinces right now. We have a claim on this one. We have a truce which ends in 2 years. In 2 years we attack this one and take it. After we've done that, oh, well would you look at that, we get another claim. We get a claim on this one. We declare a war, we take that. We then have all of this land. We then are at 5 of 5 of our domain limit, and we can start looking for what we do next. But this episode, fairly straightforward. And I like it. I like having a plan, and I like seeing it work out perfectly. Although it hasn't actually finished yet, so maybe it won't work out perfectly. But anyway, the reason I did that, by the way, is I was just checking how strong our liege was. Our liege is actually significantly stronger than us, because you'll notice that they have a large amount of, well, words escape me, men-at-arms. They have a large amount of men-at-arms, while we still have a large amount of orc rabble. So, yeah, we need to sort that before we even think about trying to get independence from our liege. Not that we necessarily need to, because our liege is a king level title, and we are currently down at just a normal count level, which means that we can actually go up to duke level and get people underneath us. So in theory, we could take all of this and then attack our liege, which would be good. Although actually, what's our liege control directly? Anything that's Nern. So yeah, this is what our liege controls. So we could take all of this minus that, which is pretty good, and then attack them. That seems like a very good way for us to handle things. Anyway, I'm just going to unpause. I'm going to go speed 5. We're just going to let things roll, and we'll see what happens. Hey, Marshal perk. And our wife is pregnant. Fantastic. Right. So we've gone down to Kingsguard. Do we need courtship, promising prospects, loyalty and respect? Loyalty and respect is kind of good, but the rest of them not really. Yeah, marriage acceptance is okay. Peacemaker is okay. Gallant. These are all like this side of things all firmly okay. But I think actually we want to go into strategist, and we can get some good stuff here. Might get engineered for destruction. I like having our siege weapons be good. Yeah, let's take that one. Right. Continue to chill. Our liege has gone to war. I think that's in the north. Actually, no, that's here, right? Yeah, it's here. Never mind. It's actually just over the mountain from us. It may look like it's bordering us, but it's not. We are ill. Do no more than is necessary. Fantastic. Our, oh, that was actually an upgrade for her as well. She is now a mystic. We are still ill from like when we took over, which is crazy. But apart from that, we're kind of okay. I'm sparring with one of my soldiers, sweat beading on my forehead, when I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched. Looking over my shoulder, I spot my vassal, Mayor Gorbug, eyeing me while nonchalantly swinging his mace back and forth. My chief. Gorbug's words boom across the courtyard. Would you not prefer to test your skills against me instead? There's a 98% chance we win. Well, I will win then. The upper hand. The sounds of a spear clashing against mace echoes between the courtyard walls. All eyes are on us. Everyone wants to see their chief fighting his vassal. The crowd applauds as I lunge, and their admiration makes me bold. Instead of pulling back, I attempt a new technique I've been practicing. The movements flow through me and into my spear as if we were one. Mayor Gorbug's defense is defenseless before me. He hates me apparently. He thinks I'm awful. Well, we can say well fought, or I'll show him not to challenge me again. So basically what we're asking is, do I want opinion with him and 75 prestige, or do I want 15 dread? You know what? Let's get the opinion and the prestige. That's fine. Yeah. Even though it's not really changed his opinion of me that much, it's fine. Hey, my son and heir. Hey, there's a very angry looking child orc. What are we going to call him? Well, we can't call him Lumbed. I don't know. Muthak seems fine. Yeah, let's go with that. When's our truce? 13 months, so about a year. We'll know when our truce is finished because we'll get the claim at the exact same time, so we'll be fine there. Designated guardian for Lunbed. Lunbed, what are you doing? You're doing martial stuff? Okay. We got anybody who's like smart? You don't tend to get smart orcs, do you? No, we'll go with this one. That's fine. Don't need to worry about anything else. Unpause. We have another daughter. Obviously not. This is Lunbed. Yeah. Easy naming conventions. I might keep up the Lunbeds only for this generation. I think next generation we might mix things up a little bit, but because otherwise it's going to get very silly. But yeah, for this one, Lunbed. Just keep treating me, we'll keep getting reduced symptoms. I mean, I'd prefer if the illness just went away at some point, but hey, whatever. Right. A demonstration of leadership. My Marshal Yagthak has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that this man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. So we can get this, and we get respected figurehead, so we get some levy reinforcement, or we can get some opinion. This guy actually kind of likes me. I might just get the opinion. Yeah, sure, why not? What are we doing here? We can declare wars. Is that because our truce is up? Our truce is up. Fantastic. Although, should this not be done? It's got 4 months left. Huh. They were roughly the same time. What's this? Oh, we can challenge them to a duel? Oh, but interesting. Duels aren't here. But duels are here. That's interesting. Oh, right. We just get to imprison him off that one. So it's not the same as the trial by combat. It's a different thing. That's why it doesn't pop up in your suggestions list. Ew. Do we want to fight him first and imprison him? We are, like, significantly better. He does have money as well. You know what? Let's do this first. For a few brief moments, Chief Laglug and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. Oh, this just immediately starts the combat as well. There's like no, he can choose to not be a part of it. I couch my spear ready to defend myself while he clutches his axe firmly to hand. This fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. My sudden twitch our bout begins. His axe moves into a lazy defensive position and he begins shouting me down. His tone is what one would use for a misbehaving serf, not a chief. Okay. So we can try and tire him out. And say, better men than you have tried to break my guard. So I gained dual handicap rank 4 apparently from this. I see. And he had no increase to his likelihood of success and low increase to injury. I think we take our high chance of success and medium injury here and lower our stress. Form is good, only small errors. Laglugs is passable. We're evenly matched. So he had high and medium. Okay, we could go medium low here. We could go for no risk of injury, low success. Or let's see how you do without your axe. Oh, okay, we can try and disarm him, which will give him dual handicap rank 4. Which we already have. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. One colossal piercing thrust from my spear is almost enough to wrench Laglug's axe away from him, but he just manages to recover. Laglug cracks his neck, then starts raining blows against my guard. A marathon of powerful cleaves that almost break me with their relentless ferocity. Mine's decent with some lapses. Laglug's stance is passable. I think we got a bad roll. His guard is fierce, and I feel far from victory. Okay. So you took high chance of injury, high chance of success. Let's go for strike, parry, riposte again. Lowers stress and is a good thing in general. Form is decent with some lapses. Laglug's stance is failing. Okay. So you think you can beat someone as famous as me? We can try and get him dual handicap rank 6. Okay. And gain him stress. We can try and take his axe again. Oh, I think he already has 4. So we could just try and take his axe. So we can probably check here, right? Yeah, he's already on rank 6. Okay. Or we can try and just guard. No increase. Yeah, let's make fun of his poor level of fame. Is beautiful, really, using someone's cringe at their own inadequacy to open a gap in their guard. The definition of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Albeit with a little help. From there, a single solid blow to Laglug's axe hand knocks his weapon loose. I whirl my own spear with a flourish, preparing to run it through. I can't resist the urge to get in one final jab. Now what does the loser say? Yield, as it turns out. Yield, yield, yield. Wonderful. So we have now imprisoned him, I think. Oh, no, I just straight up killed him. I see. He was executed on my orders. Well, that wasn't quite what I was aiming to do, but I did gain dread, I guess. Okay. I really wanted to just ransom him back for some money, but okay, that's fine. Fimfool, I will attack you. Now, he has a lot of his men still in levies, right? Yeah, sorry, in Orc Rabble. Yeah, most of his men are Orc Rabble, while less of our men are Orc Rabble. So even though it looks like we're close, we should just walk over him. So let's do that here. Raise all of our troops. March our way up. To my vile vassal, you would like me to be your steward. Sure, I accept. It gives me money. Right. We will lead this army. That is us, right? Yep. And we'll march directly at them. They're running. We are going to catch them here. Yeah, you see, this isn't going to be close. They are thoroughly wiped. I'll head up here. Start sieging. 6 months left. New martial perk. Living off the land can give us supply capacity, which is nice. Yeah, let's take it, especially if we're leading the armies. That seems really useful. I mean, we don't get it immediately, but, you know, or we don't get the supplies immediately, but we will next time. I'm going to press my claim. Wonderful, so we now have a claim there. I don't need him to get us another claim immediately. I'm kind of happy with where we are. Commander promoted. Yagbug. Or Yabug. Yabug? Sure. You seem good. Join me. Right. You made somebody like me better. That's fair enough. Keep treating me. That's okay. Reduced disease symptoms are good. Far from home. A stranger is brought before me. He's been waiting outside the castle gates for a week. My liege. I was going to say, does he have a big head? Is he a... I was trying to think if he was a dwarf. I don't think he is. Okay. I think it's just an odd culture. Graphical culture. That's the word I was looking for. And the man bows deeply. My name is Your Highness. I have travelled far and wide and seen many things, but my family and I are weary of the road. If you allow us to stay, I will happily share my knowledge of the world with you and be your loyal servant. Embrace the Dark Lord, and this will be your home. The more the merrier, or we have no room for the likes of you. Let's just say embrace the Lord of the Dark, and this will be your home. Sure. And we got a hook on him as well. Valuable hostage. Oh, wonderful. So I'm going to ransom this person for 40. Need a guardian for Lunbed. Lunbed, you're doing stewardship stuff. Yeah, you can be guardian. That's fine. Can we ransom the other prisoner? Oh, no, that was the one that we wanted to ransom. That's fine. Any of these guys want ransomed? No, so we'll negotiate their releases by recruiting them. There we go. Couple of recruits, which now means that we should have... Just wait for those to go through. They should now be extra champions of my army. Fantastic they are. Right, now we will enforce demands and get the whole lot. Wonderful. Disband our troops. And that's just another bit of land for us. Great. Now this bit of land, we have absolute control over still. Great. I'm going to attack here. Do you have an ally? No allies? Okay. Seems like a fairly straightforward one. Oh, how strong are you? Low levies. Again, it's all Orc Rabble here. Declare war. Our claims. We'll then grab these ones. We will move them up here. We'll raise all of our troops. Is this them supplying up? Is that what's happening here? Or... Oh, interesting. Our supplies don't go to 300 as a start. I would have thought they would, because we're leading the army. Do I need to wait here to get them to go up any further? I do. Oh, okay. I'm not going to, but I thought they spawned at 300. I thought they spawned at max supply limit. Maybe they do if you haven't just disbanded them. That might be it. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Anyway, attack. We absolutely destroy them. In fact, we captured their leader. You know what we're going to do? Because I want the absolute max out of this. I'm going to ransom you back for 50 gold. There we go. We're no longer winning the war. That's okay. Both of these ones we're going to recruit. There we go. Recruit you as well. The reason I ransomed them back is because I want the money. We have no problem sieging. Like, there's going to be no issue sieging this down. So, yeah, we might as well just take the money now. And then we can siege, maybe capture them again. And then get even more stuff. Sauron is declared on Denethor. Again. Denethor is going to win easily. Assuming, like, you know, that it goes normally. I'm sitting around the map table with my two mayors discussing strategy for the ongoing war. And we choose the one that lets us do both because we have High Marshal. So that lets us get siege phase time down and advantage down. And we take less attrition and we get supplies. And then we get movement speed and the defenders get less defensive stuff. Not that it matters because there are no... Wait, what happens if I decline this? I'm going to... On decline... He doesn't like me. Yeah, no. He wanted me to convert. But yeah, it doesn't matter because they have no defenders left here. So basically the siege... Oh, no, there you go. There's some defenders. I guess it does matter. So I was going to say the siege time is all that mattered. But they decided to attack me with troops I didn't even know existed. And now all those troops no longer exist. And we're going to continue sieging down. She made me feel worse. We'll just say I want to rest. That's fine. Right. Valuable hostage captured. Well, would you look at that? We can now ransom this one for... He will not accept. Oh. Okay. Well, we could have ransomed him if you wanted your son back, but I guess we're not going to do that. Our son is a brewing troublemaker. Being rowdy is fantastic for an orc. Got another person recruited and enforce demands. Right. Disband our troops. Look at that. So we have all of this. Now, what's the control level here? Not max. Well, wait a second or two. Now we can get that up a little bit. Just double checking you are still... Wait, that still says absolute. I shouldn't say absolute because it should only be absolute if all of ours are max control, unless they change that. Anyway. Denethor is just over the mountains from us, and we're not really worried about that. We can ignore the rest of this, pretty much. Okay, cool. So now, we have a lot more levies than Orc Well, we have a lot more levies than we had, and once we get the control up, we're going to have even more levies, and then we can start phasing out the Orc rabble for more levies. Actually, our quality is pretty good in our army right now, which is surprising. Right. Also, now that we have 5 of these, what's our next plan? Well, we're maxed 5 of 5 in terms of what we can hold, so I think our next plan is to create a duchy and then potentially start getting vassals underneath us. So, like, if we could get this guy underneath us, or if we could get, you know, somebody along here. A lot of the humans have allies, but maybe if I was to attack Morlith next... You actually still, look at this, it's all Orc rabble. We would probably beat them in a war. So if we were to take Morlith and make them our vassal, that would work very well. Do I want to become a High Lord right now? 250. I think we do. Yeah, there's no difference for us because we hold all the land. So I think we want to have it, and then we want to start fabricating for the next claim, and then we'll have enough to take it at the end of that process. That seems good. Yeah. Let's go with that. Right. So now we can create our High Lordship, which we're going to do. Gives us prestige. We are now a Mighty Warchief. Ah, that's the official rank for us now. Which is great. So we're now the next level up. Did we get new wars we can declare because of that? Is that what that's saying? Oh, we can seize the Jure land now. So we have the Jure wars now. Oh, nice. On both Nargol and I'm trying to think how do you say that. Lurzu. Alright. What's our de jure that I just created then? Ah, okay, so our de jure land is now this. Okay. So we actually have claims on some of the human land. The problem with the human land is that, as I said, they're all allying each other. And the problem with that is that if we have a look at here, they actually have relatively good troops. So, yeah, it might be time to build up on that front. Anyway, it's something to think about. Right, so now I've done that. I want to start fabricating up here onto this guy's land. So we'll fabricate there. So then we can start taking that land and just increasing our strength. Now we're going to have to put some underneath vassals, which will be alright, but yeah. I think generally we're in a really, really good spot. Yeah, keep treating me. Hey, excellent work. Nice. Guardian for Lundbed. Lundbed, you want to do sneaky stuff? Sure, you can be sneaky, why not? Be taught by my spy master. Right. Martial perk available. Let's grab ourselves Organized March for the extra movement speed. I actually really like that because that only applies if you're leading an army, which so usually it's not that good. In fact, usually a lot of this one's not that good, but because we're leading the army, we can now move quicker and we can catch the armies before they merge up potentially, which would be good. Also just looking here. Yeah, very, very, very strong. Going to be difficult to deal with. Okay. But there is potential eventually to take that. Of course, like our war that we have against them is actually independence. It's not a war to take all of the land. I wonder, can we raise a faction against our liege? Liberty. Yeah, not a claimant because we don't have any claims. I guess if we took the rest of this and then got independence, then claim their title, that's probably the best way to handle it. Although being a duke with that much land is not ideal, but you know, we could see. We could see. I suppose the other option is that we fabricate claims and we try and get the kingdom claim, which you can get. It costs you like 300 gold, I think. I think it's something like that, and it's a very low chance of happening, but we could try that. Or actually, you know what we do? We take all of this. We wait till we're strong enough. We do fabricate a claim, but we don't care if it's the kingdom or not. Once we take, if we have all of the, I'm just thinking, if we have all the land, we fabricate a claim on this one and we take it from our liege. Shouldn't our liege lose his title, all of his titles? I don't know. I don't know what would happen. Usually what would happen, right? If we were to fabricate a claim on our liege here and take their last title, what would happen is that he would take another vassal's province at random. Like it would, for instance, just take this one, and it would just become our liege's one, because you can't be a liege without having at least one bit of land. But if we hold all the land and we win the battle, what actually comes from it? I don't know. I don't know. I guess probably independence and then declare is the safer option, because otherwise what I was thinking might happen is he loses his land to us and then he just takes another bit of our land, which wouldn't be ideal. Anyway, we'll think about it. Right, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.